everybody, welcome to the channel for new battle report. So continuing with battle report from tournaments, I have currently 4 tournaments which I take part to at the same time, which is quite challenging for the schedule. I should say. I don't know if I would do the same choice again if I know how many games I need to play in such a period of time, short period of time. So I will be happy when some of those will be finished. This battle report is game number 2 from a French solo tournament. Basically it's a tournament where you have a group stage, 2 games. I won the first one, that was my second game, and then the top 2 of each group qualify, and then you have like round of 32, round of 16, round of 8, and so on. So it could go on a long time. So we will see how far I can go in this tournament. I'm playing this list in this tournament, which is a combat version of Ogre that I played. Since that I switched to something a bit more, how should I say, a bit more versatile with a bit more shooting. So this one is pure combat. As you can see, we have 8 Tuskers, big unit of Mercvets, big block of Tribesmen, then some darts in core, big unit of Yeti, a Frosty, and the 2 characters. I was facing for this game Cogen, who is also living in Switzerland. He's playing this Saurian Ancient list, which is basically a MSU type of list. Lots of units on the table. As you can see, the minimalist character setup has only the Poakai that will ambush, then the 3 Kaiman go inside unit, and he is able basically to get a solid magic phase thanks to the standard beer that he gets, the Wizard Conclave that he can get in multiple units. So he still gets a very good magic phase, and the key strength is basically a lot of units on the table. For this game we were playing secure target, which are the 2 points. I had commit to battle for my secondary objective, which is having more of my scoring unit inside his deployment zone than his own scoring unit, and he had stand firm, which was to make sure that 2 of his most expensive scoring units survive the game. Matchup analysis, lots of units, pushing, block and counter charging will be his gameplay. The primary seems clearly in his favor because he has more unit, more mobility, more ability to play wide and to play on 2 parts of the board, where for Ogre I am a bit dependent of the bubble of the BSB and the BSB basically. Secondary, mine is doable, depends a bit how he play his own scoring unit. For his, it shouldn't be too easy for him to save those units that I can target easily in close combat, because I have enough damage output to deal with those units in close combat. Path to victory, I need to give myself time for Pyromancy to do some work and then set up favorable combat. I think for him, he need to play on those advantage of resources, so try to be aggressive, create opening in combat, and just try to overwhelm me with multiple threats against one. So basically the key word for him is combo. Get counter charge and combo charge to try to overwhelm my unit. Other point, I think Pyro will be a big tool in my list for this game. I think also Tusker and Tribesmen are very good in the matchup. And I will try to punish. He has no BSB, so any panic check, any break check might be very shaky for him. Overall, I think the matchup is quite open. I think primary is in his favor, but other than that, generally speaking, on the matchup, I feel quite comfortable because I have some unit where he struggles to manage them. Thinking Tusker, thinking Tribesman. He has obviously the Carnosaur, which is an issue for me, but I have enough impact and damage and also the Frosty to be able to strike before him and try to limit his impact on the game. Deployment wise, so he won the roll for side and gave me the choice of the side basically. So he won the roll and elected to be the attacker and drop for first turn, and I was able to choose the side. I picked bottom and gave him the impassable. I thought that might be a good choice and also might make this one a bit more harder to access. So I was quite happy with that. And then I was able to counter deploy. He went for first turn. My counter deployment, I went with paired weapon Tusker on the left, together with Tribesmen, Mercvets, and a dart and the Frosty as well. So the idea here is really to push on the left flank, identify, you see the token are the unit that I need to kill. So basically my idea will be try to overwhelm him on the left flank, try to create solid battle line, push him and get the grasp of the left token, and mainly here also make sure that he cannot get onto the token with his unit or nearby, and that I can get an advantage on the left while maybe contesting on the right. I set up my unit a bit strangely, as you can see. Is all ready to cover the ambush with Bruiser and Tribesman. On the far right, I set up the Yeti and the Tusker Crab, great weapon with Banner of Courage, are here to try to play for the right one. So we will see. I could have gone with a more extreme approach to go heavy on the left and only play for 1 point and really try to overwhelm him with multiple units. I thought I want to try out to see if I can play for both. I want to learn something from the match and see if I can play for both, and maybe I will see that's not really doable. We will see that. And the counters are a choice to make. Either he goes left flank to support his unit and make a chance to get this point, but then he's facing Mervets and Frosty that's going to strike before him. So I was quite okay with that. Or I try to go for the right and then overwhelm me on the right, which is also a potential game plan because he got a lot of mobility, but then that should be easy for me on the left. So we will see what he elect to do. His turn 1, yeah, he pushes towards the left and pushes towards the right. As you can see, try to create opening with the flyers because there are room to exploit here towards the middle. In the magic phase, he still respect the Yetis on the far right, obviously. Magic phase, I dispel Swarm of Insect on the Frosty. He got -1 to cast somewhere and Predator Instinct on the Ramfordon. My turn 1, I just readjust my battle line towards the left. I cover, as you can see, turn around here to cover multiple angles. I left him with a long charge here. In case he wants to come, he can come. He will be forced to overrun. I can eat him with the Frosty. So I felt the trade-off is not bad. Here I get the distracting, move a bit the Yetis, and I'm just waiting basically for his ambush to come out. Magic phase, get Cage of Amber on the Ramfordon in case they want to charge. I managed to do 1 wound then. It's a typical moment where I have 5 dice, he has 6 dice. I cast 2 dice Fireball on his Ramfordon. He tried to split his dice and dispel both, which is a bit greedy. So 3 dice, he dispelled the Fireball, and then I 3 dice Pyroflow through his own 3 dice, and I get another 4 wounds on the Ramfordon. So yeah, I think here the right choice would have been to let go. At least that's what I do in those cases. Let go the Fireball, or maybe it's a very low casting, but if it's normal casting, let go the Fireball and then dispel Pyroflow. You avoid that you get the harder one. So that's good news for me. He hasn't so many Ramfordon left after the first turn. His turn 2, he attempted, despite that, the charge. Suffers some wounds from the cage, obviously, and failed charge, so that's perfect for me. He ambushed here to shoot at my Frosty. Obviously, start to move a bit with the Carno to try to... Basically, there is really this zone that he will try to exploit. Carno can go there, Ramfordon can go there, those guys as well, maybe the Prakaya as well. So that's the weak zone inside my deployment. So we can try to go for that. And here, make sure if I charge those guys, they can flee easily. And I have no redirect of the charge into anything. I think he left me a 6 on those guys, but he will cast a spell to make me have not that possible. Prakai doesn't go on. And here on the left, basically make a minimization that I need to charge this way, and I have only like 2 models base contact, which is not enough to go through those guys, and then he can countercharge me with multiple units. And far right, yeah, stay where he is. I think that's questionable. Those guys, I think they could have a push a bit more. Obviously they need to respect the range of the Tusker, but still he can advance a bit more to force my Yeti to move back. Yetis will not go into this block alone, and then he has the Ramfordon as a countercharge. So I'm quite happy to stall his right flank, so many units, only with the Yetis and the Tuskers. Magic phase, he gets Swarm of Insect on the first Mammoth I dispel, and then -2 on the charge on the Tusker on the right to avoid me getting a redirection of the charge onto the second unit, which would be horrendous for him. And then he gets his sweeping attack on my Tusker, managed to do 3 wounds, which was crazy. And the Skink do nothing on the Frosty. So that's a bit unlucky for him. You see here the odds. At least, yeah, on average he does 1 to 2 wounds. So he could have expected more. My turn 2, nothing crazy for me. So I readjust my position. I stay behind the wall with the Tuskers. Quite happy about that, and I'm ready to activate maybe next turn, but quite happy about the position. I want to give me more time to do work with Pyro. I block those guys, so basically I have a good chance to hit them. We'll do some Pyro, and I still give him the initiative. He can try to do something I want him to take risk basically, and I know that the time is playing for me, because as the longer we stay in range, the more wounds he will suffer on the Renfordon and other stuff. Magic Phase, I dispel Cage of Ember, I get Dragon Roar and will manage to kill 7 skink, but he passed his panic check on the little skink behind me, so that's at least good news, no more poison shot here. His turn, he activates a lot of stuff, so Poakai goes in front of my tribesman. Then he moved the Pterodon in the back and Renfordon in the side, so he creates really a big zone of pressure here with 3 flying units. That's going to be hard for me to deal with. Forward here, he maintained the stalemate. Here again, I think this unit could have moved forward, and he's not scoring for this point, so I think that's also a key element for me. Carnosaur gets into nice position. Light Troop is really strong, obviously here. I cannot really charge him, but I can chaff him, and he doesn't get near any of the secure, so I should be able to get at least 1 point in this turn. Magic Phase, he gets, he does another wound to my Tusker with Sweeping. Swarm of Insect does a wound to my Frost Mammoth, I let that go this time, and he got Savage Fury on the Skink on the far left. He still gave me that charge with my Tusker. On the shooting, he managed to do 3... I don't remember where he did wounds. He did some nice wounds on the tribesmen. I think those guys he killed like a model, but I passed the panic check. My turn. Okay, so quite interestingly, I had a way out with my Tusker. I have a charge. I recall a 5 Swift exactly in the flank of the Renfordon, which is then an easy overrun in the flank of the other unit. And wow, I mean, that's a huge opportunity. 5 Swift, like 50% chance, I guess. Yeah, really nice, really nice for me, way out of the situation. And in case I fail charge, I still have 3 units to set up counter charge, so I was okay with that. So I went for the charge. Unfortunately, I failed the charge, but I think that was a very, very good opportunity, and I think a mistake by my opponent, who should have moved the Renfordon to not leave me this long charge and this way out, because if I make that, wow, there is a good chance that I eat those 2 units, and then I'm in a key position with the Tusker to go for the secondary on the right, and I think he cannot really recover from that. So yeah, that's huge. But I don't make it. I reposition my unit to be out of line of sight of the Poakai with the 2 darts. I reposition the Yetis. I have here counter charge in case he charge. And then he can obviously now combo charge my Tusker, but I have 3 units looking at him and even 4 units. So I'm ready to send a lot of units in this combat in case he goes against my Tusker. I should be able to get something back from that situation. So that's basically the thought process. Here I close the line of sight of the Carnosaur, which cost me these spots here forward. I push forward with my brick, set up the Tusker as a counter charger, and I could have and should have angled a little bit the Frost Mammoth a bit more towards the north. I think that was easily doable. So that's it. You will see my opponent will be able to take advantage from this positioning. In the Magic Phase, I dispelled the cage. I got Dragon Roar and killed the last 2 skink with my Frosty to avoid him using that as chaff maybe. And then crossbow, I managed to do 1 wound on the Carnosaur, which is good news. Let's see his turn. So now he has a couple of choices to make. He elected to go with double Renfordon against the Tusker, nothing else. Then he repositioned his Poakai and the other flyer to push towards the middle, and he went with double, which surprised me a bit. The charge were not that long. It was 4 Swift and I think a 2 Swift. I think there are Swift, not sure about that, but like a 4 and a 2, so easy charges. I felt that should be fine for me, but in that case I don't have really counter charge. I could have gone 3 wide first of all, because he can chaff the Tusker. So yeah, that will be a nice test. Maybe I underestimated those Tijo, we will see. The Carno push here, out of my charge range and ready to threaten the flank, so that's quite interesting. And here just chaff me, I have no overrun, and then this unit is ready to counter charge something. So quite interesting. As I told you, I should have, if I looked just that way with the Frosty, I would have been able to do something better, and I think I needed to be 3 wide instead of 4 wide. So yeah, I could have done a bit better here on the left flank. I was maybe not too cautious. We will see how that goes. In the magic phase, he failed the Astral, Dispel +1 strength, he got Savage Fury. And the close combat, yeah, he did some good wounds, he did like, yeah, a good amount. Yeah, let's maybe make the right one. I managed to hold the check on the right, so that's the stat. I do 3 wounds to him, he does 6 wounds to me. As you can see, both rolls are very average. But then I managed to stick on like -4, -5, very hard check, and I make it, which was unexpected, to be honest. I have 1 Tusker alive, and I can set up the counter charge. I don't know if it's better or worse, because if he needs to pursue with both, I can get potentially very nice charge overrun to get them. So I'm not sure it's really better for me, but at least I can save the Tusker. And as you can see now, he's contesting this point here. And here on the left he has, because I got 1 point last turn but not 2. And this turn he has also contesting the left. So he will be getting 1 point as well. And we will be 1-1 after the turn, no matter what happened. Left combat, yeah, he did some good wounds. But I'm still here, I'm unstable. So that's all fine. My turn 4. So let's try to find solution. Let's charge the Tusker into the left skink. He also got Savage Fury on them. All good. I think I can easily deal with that. Reposition the Frosty, reposition the Murkrats. There is no room for him to fit. So that's fine. I have agility step before him if he charges, so I'm all good. I think I can handle also the Pterodon on the flank are no issue. So I'm feeling confident my Trisense should still be here. And after that, I have more resources than him, so I think the left flank is still under control. Right one, I attempted multiple charges. I had 2 charge on 3+ from Tribesman. I made both, but I suffered, I think, a good amount of DTs. Yeah, like I got 2 DTs out of 2 on those Tribesmen. Then I reposition the Yetis here to threaten the flank. I start to position the Bruiser that in 1 march move would be within 6. That's the idea. And at the same time, I'm threatening here. And basically I have very good opportunities, because if I kill those Ronfodon, I could overrun here and overrun here. It's a charge, it's a back, it's a rank. Starting at +4, he's restricted attack. So he could get a check to make. And the other unit would be block. I can maybe get them next turn with Bruiser, can maybe save the Tusker. So feeling quite an interesting situation on the right flank. Maybe underestimated a little the combat and should have stand more strengths. That's a question also. The Stigio won't do that much. I think they had like something like reroll to wound to hit on the first turn, like Hatred first strike, and they don't reroll to hit the second time. So that will be easier for me to manage. As you can see, I managed to do 0 wound on the Stigio on the first turn, despite I know that he has a good armor save, but I have so many attacks. I was really surprised that that I didn't do anything on them. Basically, magic phase. I failed Rod of Battle 2 dice. I got a Dispel Hereditary on the big unit, and I think that's about it. I don't know if I got any spell here. What else? Close combat on the right. Yeah, he managed to do 3 saves on the Ronfodon, my impact hit. And then I managed to kill the Ronfodon despite that. I think he killed my Tusker. And I needed a 6 on this overrun here, but I won't make it. Which is a big blow to my plan, because now he can get me. And the left flank here, he killed some units, killed some wounds, and I failed my reform, so he was able to reform and me not, which opens the room for the Carnosaur to charge. So, whoa, that's not what I expected and wanted. So he was able to make room for the Carnosaur, and I failed my check. So yeah, that could happen. I didn't really plan on that. Left flank, as you can see, I was able at least to get Dragon Roar, and I just one-shot all skinks. That was very impressive for the Tusker. I mean, the damage output is crazy, so that was very impressive on them. His turn 5, he positioned the 2 units to protect themselves in case the Yeti would charge. Here he charged me, and here what did happen? Yeah, I still got the overrun here, but he will be able to kill me and overrun into them. So here I'm in trouble, nothing I can do. Magic phase, what happens? The Rock did, Pterodon did 5 wounds on the Murkrat, which was good. I dispelled the regen. He got +1 strength and Savage Fury on the Stigio. So that's going to be a tense fight, but at the same time I'm not too nervous. Obviously the Carnosaur can do some damage, he can potentially get my unit, but after that I'm still Murkrats Frost Mammoth, Tusker, all of that free to charge. So, I mean, no matter what happens, I'm unstable, so I might pop and be dead. But at the same time, my counter charge are devastating, and I should get those points back. So, I was not too nervous about the situation here. What happened in the close combat? I do on the right flank. I managed to. He killed those guys, overrun into that, and I managed to. He didn't roll that well. I managed to stick on -2 on the check on a 6, which was a good news for me because he's blocked for a turn, cannot reform and stuff like that. So that's quite good. Left flank, he did good amount of wounds, but not enough to pop me. So I'm still here, which is a huge blow for him. I remember he didn't roll that well. And I'm still here with a couple of wounds, as you can see. And then, boom, left flank is, it's the worst news that he could have. No way to do anything for him, so I can charge with everything. I get the overrun into the flank of the skink. Right flank, I just position my Yeti as double chaff and the bruiser within 6, meaning I will be able to contest for 2 turns. So that's perfect for me, because I can contest turn 5 and turn 6, and turn 6 he won't have any scoring anymore on the left flank, so I should be able to win the primary this way. Magic phase, I tried to... Rod of Battle was dispelled, I got a Cage of Amber, I think on those Ronfodon maybe? Yeah, I think on those one I killed like a model, tried to help my tribesman. And Dragon Roar was dispelled. Yeah, I did. And close combat, obviously the Stigio, everybody, Carno dies. There is just one Stigio alive, is this guy here from this unit. There is like I think just one guy and like fleeing. Here I overrun to the flank. Yeah, it's a bloodbath. Boom, boom, overrun. I pursue with the Murk that didn't catch him. He elected, instead of sweeping attack, he elected to charge my shaman. We will see how that goes. He just went like that, but doesn't matter. He will get my Yetis. No problem, he killed those guys, perfect. But I'm still scoring on the left, on the right, so that's perfect for me. What happened is Magic Face. I dispel -2 agility. He got something. The shaman, I managed to do like 2 wounds. He did a wound to me. I pop a bit. But I'm still here and I managed to do some wounds. So shaman's still alive. I completely destroy the skink. Overrun into the Stigio. Right flank, he killed my Yetis. So we are like that. My turn. Yeah, I'm just securing the win on the primary. Nothing crazy. The Magic Phase. Dispel Rod of Battle. I got Chilunofumi on the mage. I dispelled Dragon Roar on the mage. But the mage now is very strong because has Chilunofumi. And I managed to do 2 wounds. He do 0 wounds to me. And the mage catches the Pterodon. So very nice end for this game. I kill the Stigio. I'm inside his deployment zone, so I do my secondary. He doesn't do his because I kill the unit with the marker. And the mage has a happy ending to this battle. I think he should have just fly over me and do sweeping attack. So it ended up being a 17-3. I do primary, secondary, and I win on points as well. Macro level, yeah, after a calm first half, plenty of action. I lost the right flank, but I scored some precious primary point, especially towards the last part of the game. I won a tense left flank, but I think my counter charges should have planned better. I underestimated a little bit the combo charge of the Stigio. Turn 3, yeah, nice aggression setup, but in the middle, but huge, I think a huge problem with the Tusker getting the 5 Swift onto the Ronfodon. If I make that, whoa, that's huge for the game. So I think that opening shouldn't have been possible. Turn 4, SA, yeah, I think he should have sent the Prakai inside the Tusker to just make that combat sure, or Pterodon, but he could have sent a bit more. Turn 4, the right flank, lucky to stick, but then I failed some nice overrun. So it was always, as always, I mean, if you go a lot in combat, you have those imbalances. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky, and it can go both ways. Turn 5, SA, not finishing the tribesman meant the end of the left flank. I had so many counters set up, and I think, yeah, the Pterodon should have just fly over my mage, try to kill him that way. Turn 5, turn 6, there is a good chance he killed me. Pyro did shine, obviously, and the Tusker were, as expected, very strong in the matchup. And those tribesmen unstable were very solid, but I remember he really roll low on the key combat for him to try to get those points. Then I have my counter charge and we can see what happened. I was still feeling okay with that, but obviously it would have been better for him if he would have dealt with the unit. Thanks to my opponent for the game, thanks everybody for watching, and talk to you soon for other battle reports. Goodbye.